What we do here is go back.
You are now listening to the Sports of the Podcast with Shaheem Sutherland. Hey Nia, how are you doing today?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you for asking. Before we start, I just want to say thank you for doing this interview with me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's begin. What are your thoughts on social injustice against blacks by law enforcement?
I feel like it is a very, very sad subject. I think that racism it's never been dead. It's kind of hush now, kind of behind closed doors, but now that you see a lot of people are starting to get a little bold and cops, they have body cameras on them now, and they got the police cameras from the cars and stuff, and it's just like they still are out of line. And I mean, not even just police brutality. I mean, it could be people against like other races that are targeting blacks as well that kind of just do what they want to do. And I guess they feel as such because racism is taught. It's not so much of, oh, well, it's taught. And I feel like even back when Dr. King did all that he could do and all the other black activists like Malcolm X, Rosa Parks. I mean, it's so many people have done so much for the black community and African Americans as well. Like just coming together, and that we just want unity. We want to be treated like human beings. We don't want to be treated like it's a privilege to live in America, because it's not. And I feel like they are obligated. They just feel that they can do what they want to do because at the end of the day, thousands and thousands of years ago, their ancestors were treating my people as such as slaves. So I feel that racism is not dead, unfortunately, and it's pretty sad.
Oh hey Cheah, I see you just came in. Do you have any thoughts on this?
My thoughts are that it's very real and it happens to many people. I've actually witnessed it back home multiple times. I don't know, like see someone driving and it'll be a car full of like black men. And in my head, I'm like, they're about to get pulled over. And then it was like a Sunday morning as well, one of the days. And then boop, it happened. And like nothing was wrong with the car. Everything was fine. It was just like a car full of black men. I don't really feel like it's all police officers though. I feel as though that's what people think in America. Like we're blaming every single one, which is not true at all. It's just some. And those ones, of course, it's like a rotten apple. Like there's only one part that's bad, so you're not going to eat the rest basically, but that's not really the case. I don't know, I'd say everyone that's going through it and America needs to understand that it's actually here and stop being so naive about it, because it's a real thing. Racism does exist and it still exists, as you hear multiple people say. I mean, certain people only have social media to like look through it, because they don't see it themselves. But as a person who's like of color on their skin, doesn't matter what color, they're gonna go through it regardless. I don't know, just by a look, or people like crossing the street when they see you, or them not wanting to talk to you, or you getting profiled because they see your skin and they'll think you're this way or that way when it's not true at all. And that being said, it goes up to higher leagues as the police officers and all of that, and then they just make everything look bad once again. I mean, everyone has a bad side, I guess, but sometimes it's just more highlighted than others. I just feel like the law enforcement needs to get their stuff together and admit that it's true, because that alone would do a lot for everyone. Because they, like, them denying it and just suspending police officers when that happens doesn't really give us what we want. Like, it's a democracy, right? You're supposed to please the people, and your people aren't getting pleased. Like, we're a majority. Well, no, we're a minority, but we're a minority of, like, a majority of the minority. So I feel like I really need to start listening more, because I know there's a lot of uprisings everywhere. I mean, it's not just against blacks either, like the Native American people and the Standing Rock. I don't know, it's the same situation, and there's multiple occurrences I just feel like they need to admit that it's true and then funnel those people out and then do their jobs, which just make us safe and make us feel protected rather than having us be afraid whenever you see a cop car, like you want to slow down or, like take your hands out of your pockets, take your hood off. Like we shouldn't have to do that stuff because you wouldn't see a white man having to do it or a white woman, but it's America.
What are your thoughts on the 3 Nebraska football players and the Kent State men's basketball team's action?
As far as the Nebraska, I felt that, they didn't harm anybody. They didn't yell out racial slurs. They didn't say F America. They simply just kneeled down for the national anthem. And the national anthem, it expresses how, it's supposed to be unity. It's one nation under one God. This is all in what we sing before games or before an event, anything. And, they kneeled because they felt like that, and even Colin Kaepernick, these men kneeled down because they felt like this country did not love them because of their black skin. They felt like, I'm a black man and I'm getting disrespected. They want me to hush because I'm here playing Division I football or I'm here playing for the NFL. And, they just want unity. They want to be treated as they are human beings as such because of not because of the color of their skin, not because they talk different, not because they walk different. I honestly don't see anything wrong with it. Now, if they're yelling racial slurs and stuff like that, then that's a different story. But as far as just kneeling simply for the national anthem that really does not protect them, I just feel like, why not? What's wrong with it? And as far as the Kent State players, I felt like, it's good that we do need unity. We don't have unity here. Whether we want to say it or not, if we want to brush it under a rug today, we do not have any type of unity. At the end of the day, there's going to be your group of people that still target black people, that will always hate black people. And, that was good that they brought people down, but it's like, what if those people that you brought down, okay, yeah, I'm going to just stand here, whatever. What kind of message is that bringing? Yes, unity, we need it. But you can say it all day long, we need to be unified as a nation. And at the end of the day, you still have those people that do not believe it. Those people who feel like segregation should come back. Or those people that feel like black people don't deserve to be free and deserve to be beaten and stabbed and all types of stuff on camera. So I feel like, both teams they both sent a message, but it's still not enough. No matter what, you're still gonna have your naysayers who say it's wrong and it's racist and shut your black butt up, and it's gonna be the same thing.
What do you think, Cheah?
Honestly, when you were telling about the Kent State, I thought they were gonna be white people, which is bad because there was my judgments right there, and I already put a label on something that I had no idea about, which is not good. But I thought they were all positive. As the guy said the Nebraska football player said, multiple people told him to keep doing what he believes in. Even if they don't agree with it, it's something he believes in, right? We have free speech here in America. Therefore, you can do what you want. I know sometimes, we get offended if people do the same thing on the opposite end, the Confederate flag stuff. So I can understand, I'm able to put my feet in someone else's shoes. I just, wish people were able to do that too. So either way, I'm supportive of it, and I feel just do what's necessary and do what you believe is right. So I support any action, I guess. I don't guess, I know.
Why do you think the Nebraska football players received so much backlash?
Ignorance. One thing I've noticed, and I'm just saying this as a black woman, not to sound racist or anything, but it's more of we're looked at as black people are not supposed to have a voice. Black people are not supposed to feel like they can express themselves or stand up for one another or stand up for like ourselves. Like they are like, it seems like the nation is upset about human beings just unifying and coming together and asking, can we just get a little respect? There's no respect for black people in the nation, unfortunately. And I mean, the comments that was said to him on Twitter was just outrageous. Like, you should be hung, you should be this, you should be that. And it's pretty sad. It's like when we do a simple peace march, just a march against police brutality. Oh, it's racist. It's black people shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. It's racist. You're against white people. And it's not even the case. We're just asking and we're pleading. Can you just please stop killing my people? That's all we ask, is to stop killing my people and to give the same privilege to every other race in America. That we all get treated the same. And I can't understand for the life of me why so much criticism for a black man to stand for his country. And it's like, basically, it's just, it's terrible. It's terrible. I honestly felt like those comments weren't necessary, that they should be hung or they should be suspended or kicked off the team. Like, I mean, these people didn't go on Twitter and be racist. They didn't say that another race should be hung for believing in what they believe in. It's just wrong.
Well, as I stated before, because people are naive and they believe that they know everything about everyone, which is not true, and that certain things don't exist. And sometimes I feel like people still believe like they own other people in a way. Like, I believe this, so you have to believe it too. And if I don't believe that you should have kneeled down during our national anthem, then you're wrong. And like we say, there's a lot of immature people here. I don't know, I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of kids younger than 18, like children, who are way mature than like 60-some adults. And that shows because an ignorant person, no matter what type of ignorance, like black, white, Asian, Mexican, Hispanic, any of that, I just feel like the ignorance is a huge thing. And ignorance, people will always like just shout and yell and feel like they need to make things bigger than they already are, rather than wisdom, which is just saying quiet, not necessarily quiet, but supporting things your own way because you're wise about it. Like, you understand people have their own opinions. So I just feel like we're ignorant here in America and we don't know what we want to do, but we do know what we want to do. It's just confusion and being raised on certain things, then people are going to tell you that's wrong. As he said, like the lynching part before the next national anthem, that's definitely racist. I don't know how you wouldn't see that America isn't racist based off of that one comment. No matter who it was, someone still said it, which is disgusting and sickening. I don't know, when I heard that, kind of my mouth dropped. And I just feel like people need to get their stuff together because that backlash is just inappropriate. And they got it because people didn't agree with it. And they feel that it's not necessary and they don't understand why is the main reason, I believe. Yeah.
Is there anything you would add or take away from either group's action?
No, I felt that both groups, they did an excellent job. You know, it's peaceful. It's not harming anyone. It's not endangering anyone. It's not being rude or vulgar to anyone. I mean, we simply just want unity. That's it. Just a little respect for black people. Because to watch your people get killed every single day is always another story on CNN or always another story on Twitter or another story on the news or your local news station. It is sad. Whether if you know this person or not, it is so sad to just see them get killed just because they're black. And of course, you know, that's not always going to be the case on the news. They're always going to cover it up like, oh, he refused to lie down on the ground, or we felt like he had a weapon, and then, news reports, they go back in and they trace the steps and there was no weapons to be found. It was just because of the color of their skin. And now I feel like cops are getting even bolder, and they're doing this just to mess with people because they know how much it bothers us. And I think some people, they feel great. They get some type of energy off of just seeing how much it hurts us because we feel like we cannot do much.
Cheah, is there anything you would add or take away?
Yeah. As an athlete myself, I feel like I've always needed to do more, and especially when it comes to what I believe in or what I can do, like my potential. And I feel like it kind of gave me courage in a way to see that other people are doing things and they're going through that and they were willing to take the risk. And it makes me understand that I should be able to do the same thing, whether the feedback or backlash is positive or negative. It's what I believe, so stick to it no matter what.
If you could speak to both groups, what would you tell them?
I would simply tell them that thank you. Because yes, our athletes, our big athletes are speaking out, like the famous athletes, and when you look over to other celebrities, as far as like not athletes, but celebrities in general that everyone looks up to, they're not speaking on this type of stuff. And I feel like it takes a really, really, really good person with a lot of courage to really stand up and fight for what they believe in, instead of being on hush mouth because they're afraid of he say, she say. And I think it's a brave action, and I would just tell them thank you, and to continue to peacefully protest what you believe in, because at the end of the day, you're doing the right thing.
I'd tell them what many people have probably already told them, like, keep going, like, I support you, and no matter what it is, but just realize that you're not alone, and you just stay strong, and just keep going, yeah. Just don't let other people get to your mind. Don't let them influence you. Just stay true to yourself. Keep your mind open and don't become like other people and have their mind influenced by others. And keep your third eye open is what I always say, because it's you and you know what you got to do.